Well, let's just double check that this audio is working. New microphone, new poll. Welcome, Pro Cycling Manager 2018 one-off race. World DB 2018. Let's double check this is working. It is perfect. Perfect. Thumbnail is amazing as always, because you know, last minute things. I will leave that there. But yeah, welcome. Let's get into it. Now, I forgot there isn't race day form in 2018. There's a problems with it does things like this for some reason, but it doesn't break anything. Anyway, Tour de France, and we are on one of the... Sadly, you guys didn't pick this one. We should have chosen this one. 62k TTT, 67 TT, 46 TT. That would have been brilliant. 1994, how classic is that? But no, we are going for... Not that one. This one here. Mont Saint Michael TTT. Now, yesterday I went through, as some of you might have seen the screenshots, and I tested all the stages because, you know, who knows what PCM does. Now, of course, we're going to go normal difficulty, and frequency of falls is 1. Now, does anyone have any problem with frequency of falls being 1? I'll wait a bit for the stream to catch up, because it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Prize money coefficient would turn that down to 1, just in case that screws with anything. Oh, look at that. Classic vibe musics. Pull that right down. I mean, because don't forget, this is the PCMs, of course, where the, you know, totally standard for them. Wait, three times full. Bro, I tried that. We good? 1 times full? Okay, 1 times fulls, we good. Perfect. So quickly going through the route. Start with the TTT. We got a few flat stages. We'll probably do a quarter of the tour today, which is really just a lot of sprints stages, as we see a few KOM points on offer. So we'll do the first 7 stages. So a long-ass TT ending with a little punchy finish in this stage here. Difficulty is normal. Nothing really interesting today, apologies, it's just I don't want to be streaming the whole ass time. And we've got the start list loaded. We'll quickly go through the teams. Rally Cycling have the strongest team on paper. Alaphilippe, Terpstra, Kwiatkowski, he looks to be possibly their leader. They're bloody hell, they're a strong squad. Rally, nice strong TT is the JLT Condor with Gaviria, Stuyven and Van Marker. Bike Aid with Nibali, of course. Volgren. Watch me mispronounce your Chinese team name. AG Toile Mondial, Greg LeMond, not too wrong there, but Viviani is their sprinter. Kreuziger looks to be their GC man if they're doing that, but Van Poppel, strong lead out there. Jelly Belly, what a blast from the past. Tom Dumoulin for the overall. And no real sprinter here. Drepek, EF Cycling, the old Pro Conti team, wasn't it? Peter Sagan for the sprints, Fogelsang for the overall. Nice bit of everything. Geez, that music is pissing me off already. Bye-bye. Differdange. Valverde, he of course will be for the overall. Maybe even Youngle's key domestic there. Godu. Whoa, they're a strong squad. They are hexing the Chinese team. Look at their team. Groenewegen, Kittel, Van Aert, Bosenhagen. They are not here for... They're here for the... Must be the stages and the sprint stages. Wiggins, of course, Bradley Wiggins' team, not as classic as their other jersey. Richie Porte is the leader. Alexander Kristoff for the sprints. Gasparotto must be for some stages, maybe lead out for Kristoff. De Gent is here. He'll be hoping to get in some breakaways. Team Dimension Data bringing back the Kenyan Chris Froome as their leader. Ackerman as their sprinter. And Galopan as a key domestic rouleur. Manzana Postobon, the Colombian squad. The Colombian leader is Miguel Angel Lopez. Rohan Dennis as... Oh, even Adam Yates is... Oh, this is another strong squad. Every time I see this squad, I realize my squad is so shit. Anyway, Duka Labanska For Slovakia, Andrei Greipel, Sergio Henao, Domenico Pozzovivo, they've got a big sprinter there. Geraint Thomas, of course, who won the 2018 Tour. Trek Segafredo, their shitty jersey. And they've got Victor Campeonaerts and Bolke Mollema. Movistar, I've got Michael Woods as their, I guess, GC, or even Enric Mas, perhaps. Chavez, good men there, but Ewan and Hodge as the sprinters. Sporting Taveria, Kreiswag, Cobrelli, Aru, of course, the greatest Grand Tour winner. Oskadel Moras with Yates, Damar, Bilbao, Jakobsen, George Bennett, the GOAT. Wille Trestina. Now, in my playthrough, Wille Trestina had one rider left at the end of the 21 stages, and it was Wilco Kelderman. Everyone else out of timed or crashed out. Mohoric, Pogacar not goaty enough in this save. Ljubljana with Mikael Landa and Rafael Majka. Oh, they're the same age. Did not know that. But 50-50 with all these TTs who they go for. Cavendish, of course, for the sprints. Moscon being decent. United Healthcare, Danny Martin and Sam Bennett. Patrick Bevan for the time trial. Aqua Blue, love the Aqua Blue jersey. Bit of a shame they had to fold. Thibaut Pinot, he'll be one of the favourites for this race. Matthew as their sprinter. Katusha Alpecin with all French team, and of course with Bjorg Lambrecht. Rest in peace, Bjorg. Taken far too early. Bardet, of course, to lead. Laporte and Latour as key domestics. And Gazprom, we have Quintana. We are the shittest team here. Half a star less than everyone else. Zakharin, Nizzolo for the sprints, and Gonçalves. Here is our simulation team for today. Dan Craven, all of these GOAT riders. Andreas Miltidis, Bas Tietma, Eugene Wacker. Anyway, first stage, 27.8 kilometre team time trial. Favourites are Jelly Belly, Trek, Rally, Aqua Blue, Differdange, Manzana, Gazprom, and Wille. Let's get into the race before I just talk a whole lot of bullshit. Zakharin is. Gaviria did finish correct. Ooh. Apologies, my graphics probably won't be the greatest on this game, but I might turn them up for the next stage. Bring back some of these classic kits, absolutely. Aqua Blue needs to come back out of nowhere. Gads probably needs to come back. Oh, I love the helicopter sound. And who is this? Is this the Slovenian team to start off first? It looks like it is the Gusto squad. Robert Hessink, domestic. Of course, they're running for Mikael Landa and Rafael Majka in this stage. Looking at the terrain, flat, a little bit hilly towards the end, and finishes on a decent hill. We'll keep it on the third time check. But this is when, of course, there was no red bar for TTTs. So nothing too problematic there. Second off is the team of Rigoberto Uran. Watch me forget all these teams. This is that Dukala cycling squad. Oh, they got Gil Chacone as well. I guess I don't really know what's happening with the time trial, but they've got a few riders, not the greatest. Wille Trese, hey, look at that. Primoz Roglic, Slovenian time trial champion, and Egan Bernal, Colombian time trial champion. They look to be in good standing. Mohoric and Pogacar, the two worst time trialers on the squad. Tony Martin leading the Jelly Belly squad. They are the favourite on paper for the team time trial. We'll just go through all the teams before we start fast forwarding here. But Ljubljana has put a time 11 minutes 20 at the first time check. Postelberger and Predler for Drapak here. Where are the big favourites teams? Chris Froome, Rally Cycling. Kwiatkowski, he has to be one of the favourites for the race. And Dukala only coming across at the same time. Slovakia and Slovenia neck and neck at this moment. There's the Dutch time trial champion, Dylan van Baarle, for really cycling. Down behind them, and Willer have just gone through the first time check 16 seconds quicker. De Gent for the Wiggins squad. Steba leading them across. AG2R with the brown pants, how classic of them. Young Filippo Ganna on the back, biding his time. Marc Soler and Kreuziger are their leaders. Not looking too bad in the time trial stat. Moving back up, Jelly Belly have set the best time so far, beating the time of Willa Trestia by 18 seconds at their first time check. Drapak 28 seconds down. There's some big time gaps already, only a third of the way through this course. Going back down the road, who else have we got? We've got our default team. I will just slow us right down. There we go. We've got the, what is that? That's the national champion of that country there. Anyway, United Healthcare have Patrick Bevan, the New Zealand time trial champion, and Daryl Impey, the South African time trial champion, in their midst. They seem to be setting a fast time. Jack Haig on the front for them. Back down the road, Movistar in their blue colours. Ewan and Woods have just pulled off, and Enric Mas is pushing the pace for them. Sporting Tarveria have got a nice Estonian national champs jersey for Tanel Kangert. I should have, but maybe I'll do that after, like, in the second time when I remember afterwards. Oh yeah, legal draft boost. Rowan Dennis, the world time trial champion there, with Manzana possible. And we see Jelly Belly going through that second time check, already putting a minute into other teams. Unlucky. Of course, we'll just quickly go through. There's the start list. Gazprom still down the bottom. Peter Sagan, rider number 1. Stefan Kung, the Swiss national champion for this other team here. Bob Youngles for... They've got another bloody strong squad, have they? O'Connor and Godou, the weaker ones in the squad. Rally cycling, not losing too much time at that time check. Bike aid here with Welt Poles. Brambila looks to be not taking any turns on the front. And here's the team we've all been waiting for, the Chinese team of Kittel. Groenewegen, who also pulls out the line. Bosenhagen, the Norwegian champion. Looking at the final times now, Willer is in the hot seat. Back down the road, we have Gazprom with Tom Squiens and Kirienka, national champion. Jesus Christ, how many teams are left? JLT Condor now on the course. I guess we'll head up to the finish and watch the riders come on through. But Drapak a minute down at the second time check. We see the teams really, really splitting off here over the climb. The time is taken on their 5th or 6th rider across the line. They lose 2 minutes there. Here comes the rest of rally. They're also losing a minute. Kwiatkowski losing a bit more time. Their leader losing contact in the last few kilometers. Big gaps, absolutely. This tour is ruined already. Christoph dropping off the back of Team Wiggins, as is Alexei Vumels. Stebar just hanging on there. De Gent blocking Stebar. 4 riders from Wiggins go across the line, but the time stops on the 5th. They lose 2 minutes there. AG2R La Mondiale, Ilya Viviani, he's giving up. He's done his work on the front. They're sprinting for the line now. Van Avermaet, Frale is dying. Frale is blocking Soler. Unlucky for them. They're losing 2 minutes 4 seconds. Also, Jelly Belly doing very, very well at these first time checks. Here comes United Healthcare. They're all still here at this point in the race. Sam Bennett, the sprinter, pulls across. Jack Haig is sprinting from the riddle. Patrick Bevan's given up, and he's a TT here. Ben King is on the front. Roscoff and Hager. Looks like the first team to keep 5 riders to the finish, and no, they're not. 3 riders split off. King is off the back, and Dan Martin and Impey losing a minute 37 there. Here comes Movistar, led by Mikhail Morkov up the climb. Chavez in second wheel. 1.2 kilometers to go. Van Kirkboek has begun sprinting. Michael Woods, Mars and Sosa. They've dropped Ewan. Can they get 5 of them across the line? Enric Mas now being blocked. Not able to keep up across the line, and Movistar crosses the line 3 minutes down. And here comes a great time by the... Nope, they've been passed. Yes, it is a great time. Third for Sporting Cube, 1 minute 24 down. Here comes Manzana Postobon, led across the line by the current world champion, Rowan Dennis. 4 of their riders. There's Izzy Guerra, only 49 seconds down. Where's the next team? Here they are, the team of Valverde. Nicky's aunt slowly filing towards the back. They're only going to have 4 riders here. Can Schachman keep up? Schachman cannot keep up in the final few kilometers. Stefan Kung leads them across the line. They were only 21 seconds down. They finished 4th, a minute down on Jelly Belly. Here comes Team Bike, the team of Vincenzo Nibali. Already the riders at the back are blocking the way. Valgren's trying to hang on for grim life. Well, Poles is sprinting. Miko Shah. 4 riders here. They need 5, remember. Well, Poles is going to be the 5th rider across the line. 1 minute 38 down. Here comes the Chinese team, the team we've all been looking out for. It's their first time in the Tour de France. Runewagen's gone. Kittel is gone. The Rui Costa on the back. He loses the wheel. Patrick Conrad sprints. Looks like Matthew van der Poel is going to be the 5th rider across the line. They're not looking to be the greatest. They lost a minute at that second time check. Coming across the line, 2:24 down. Here comes Gazprom. They have 5 riders here coming into the very few final meters, and they lose a minute 13. Quintana lost time. What the fuck? Well, that's just bullshit. What a waste of time. Anyway, GLT Condor lost a minute 40 at that second time check. Who is their leader? They've got Anton Tolhoek on the front. Stuyven, Kort Nielsen, Vermarker. They haven't really got a GC rider, but they're here for Fernando Gaviria. Gaviria for the green jersey. And they have enough riders at the end to not do too bad of a time. 3 minutes 12 down. Oh, looks like a drag race here between Trek, who are only 8 seconds down at the first 2 time checks. The Durant Thomas team, they're all sprinting. 5 of them are going to cross the line quite comfortably. They finish second, 15 seconds down. Meanwhile, Euskadel Mares is 2 minutes 52. There is our default team. Another drag race going on. Team Katusha Alperson and Aqua Blue Sport, the team of Thibaut Pinot and Romain Bardet. Romain Bardet is off the back, trying to get back on to the rest of his squad. Pierre Latour, the French national champion, on the front. Meanwhile, Danny Martinez is leading Bodnar, Caruso, Castrovejo from Aqua Blue up the right-hand side. Aqua Blue seem to be more organised as Katusha lose all their riders in the final. Katusha finishes 3 minutes down, and Aqua Blue only 37 seconds down. The team of Chris Froome, the defending champion of the Tour de France, Team Dimension Data. Louis Meintjes drops off the back, as does Ackermann, but they're all sprinting up towards the line, trying to beat this Lotto Jumbo squad. And they will finish 1 minute 32 down. And there we have it. Team Time Trial. Massive bloody gaps. Building a team for TTT only. Team Jelly Belly, well done to them. They won the opening stage, the team time trial. Trek Segafredo in second by 15 seconds. Aqua Blue Sport in third. So Tom Dumoulin is leading the Tour de France. 9 seconds back to his own teammate. 15 seconds back to the next GC contender, Bokeh Mollema. Well done to him. Oh, skip the young rider, because that's great. But anyway, best team, of course, is Jelly Belly. Let's head across to the results. I will export all the results and post all the results, because they're doing this stupid thing where the stages are out of order. I spent ages trying to get it fixed, but it wouldn't bloody save. But anyway, there we have it. There, can we skip the ITT? Is it not right? No. No. But here we have the time gap. So there's all the teams there. Slowest team, of course, Movistar, 3 minutes 22. Katusha, 3 minutes. Gazprom not doing too badly, but not having the greatest GC man there. Having back to the individual time, we scroll through these results. Who lost time? Martinez lost 41 seconds. Adam Yates, Pedersen, Valverde lost a minute. Fucking, where the hell did... Look at Quintana, 128. He dropped 12 seconds from his team. What a loose shit. Sporting Cube with Steven Kreiswag, 124. If I just scroll through here, Chris Froome lost a minute 32. Unlucky for him. Jack Haig, 137. Vincenzo Nibali, 138. Pogacar, 146. AG2 La Mondiale with Soler. And Kreuziger, 204. the Buina with Lander and Micah 206. Team Wiggins, Richie Port 217, and Caterpillars there also 220 for Jakob Fogelsang. Rui Costa 231. Yeah. Rigoberto Uran 247. George Bennett 252. Simon Yates 252. Yeah, cool. And so no sprinters in the mountain jersey. Youth jersey is Felix Grobschartner, 11 seconds ahead of Theo Gegenhardt. Lovely. I'm going to open my Excel spreadsheet and what am I going to do? I am going to do one of those little graph things because these results don't do it. You know, when I put the stage winner, all that kind of jazz in it. Anyway, let's have a look at this second stage while we wait. Kind of a flat stage, ends and looks like a little punchy finish. Category 4, climb towards the end. Team Jelly Belly 1, stage 1. GC is Tom Dumoulin. No sprint, no mountain, and youth we said was what? Felix Grobschartner, right? Yeah. And team, of course, surprise, surprise, Jelly Belly. Cool. So, favourites of the stage, the sprinters, kind of sprinty, punchy stage. Cobrelli, Valverde, Sagan, Kwiatkowski, Gaviria. Let's get into it, and we'll get rid of our simulation team as they are no longer needed in this race.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Today's terrain is fairly level, so it's ideal ground for those who are good on the flat.
Wow. It's raining. Anyway, let's get top 10 of all those standings. Get rid of the teammates. They're all on 0. We say goodbye to Team Lotto NL Jumbo. And here we are, the lovely wind being super loud, so I will just turn that down ever so slightly. Don't quit, there we are. Manzana Postobon on the front, who is going to launch an attack. Will we see Petra Conrad? He looks to be moving up, maybe. Oh, is it the Kazakh? Yes, Lutsenko with a whole Kazakh jersey there. Even Rovny is supposed to have his Russian champ jersey on, but he doesn't. Because that's clappy. And we withdrawal for the riders from our simulation squad. Back to the front, there we have an attack. Mikko Shah and Lilian Kalmajan of Team Katusha Alpecin and Team Bike Aid. You're right. After this part, I will change the team names to the player names. Andre Zeitz coming to the front. Just a 2-man breakaway. What do we have on offer today?
There's more than a minute on the clock. The brake seems to be working.
Yeah.
Look, the pack has taken its
shut
foot
up,
off the
commentary.
gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Yeah, cool story. So yeah, they've got a minute 30 now. So they've got 20 points on offer at the intermediate sprint point, and the KOM has got 1 point on offer heading back to the peloton. There's more attacks. Who's trying to get across? Bodnar from Team Aqua Blue Sport. We see Van Kulsbroek, King, and Sanchez trying to get up there, but Ulysses and Zeitz are closing them down. Terrain looks pretty chill. Then we have that sprint, and then a few punchy, bit more difficult climbs towards the end. Gegenhardt, of course, second in that youth classification, 7th overall. Actually, let's have a look at those jerseys. Who is sitting where? Tom Dumoulin, of course, in the yellow jersey. There he is there for Team Jelly Belly. And Grobschartner, his teammate, is looking after him in the white jersey. Commentator Irashore. What does that mean? Maybe that was Michael Matthews Monday. Today's Tuesday. There's a bit of wind, bit of tailwind here. Who is my pick for the stage? That's a good question. Let's say... let's go Sagan. He's got number 1 on his back. He deserves a win, the Slovakian national champion. 3 riders in the break, still taking turns. Puncture for Vincenzo Nibali. And his team doesn't even come back to help him. He's already a minute 38 down. Yeah, fair enough. Monday and Tuesday. You're right. Why not? Why not Michael Matthews Monday and Tuesday? Back to the front of the pack. Still chilling. Nice, strong tailwind. 30 kilometers an hour. Who's working on the front of the peloton? We have Jelly Belly, Trek Segafredo, the Chinese team, Edgetola Mondial, Gelati Condor, and Gazprom Rushvelo also helping out. Not really helping out, just sitting up towards the front. 58 Ks to the intermediate sprint. Classic PCM, nothing much happening. Still Monday in Central Europe. You are correct. Different time. Hey! Luis Leon Sanchez has crashed. We say goodbye to the first rider of the race. Bagui, Trentin and Hodge have also crashed, but Luis Leon Sanchez of Manzana Postobon is our first abandon. Lots of splits happening in the peloton. Riders waiting for their team mates, maybe. Has Trentin got someone waiting for him? Bagui does not, and Hodge also does not. Interesting. Hey, there's Ilia Viviani, the Italian national champion. Love a great tricolour, and those red pants are looking good. I asked you fellas if you wanted the crashes changed from 1. It's on 1, some of you voted for 3. You're lucky we haven't got 3, because holy crap, that would have been a mass pile-up. Grosschartner now on the front, Gelati Condor doing a lot of work. The rain, of course, won't be helping with any of the crashes. And puncture for Tony Galopin. He is 2 minutes out the back. Oh, interesting. Still too far away from the finish to make any real damage. He makes his way back into the pack. The gap is 2 minutes 30 and reducing. I guess the sprinters want to gain those 20 points. Well, they're wishing for Fury at a crash. Man, bad karma, man. Bad karma. And the rain seems to be easing a bit. Some small gaps happening on the descent here. Might make some of these other descents a bit trickier later in the stage. George Bennett in the middle of the pack. Still Lilian Kalmajan pulling some great big turns on the front here. All 3 of them still taking turns, which is good. 2 minutes is the gap. 5.7 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Will we see sprint trains coming towards the front? There's no sprinters there. Oh, I mean, Groenewegen, Viviani up near the front. There's Gaviria. He wants to gain some of those points. He wants to get that green jersey on his shoulders. We might see a Bala win today, actually. But Sagan, I'm going to Sagan. 2.8 Ks to go. The wind has increased 41 kilometers an hour. If you look at the wind, it's... it says it's a slight crosswind, but to us here it's a slight cross-tail wind. They go 53 kilometers an hour. Van Marker's on the front. Andre Zeitz on the left-hand side. Patrick Bevan leading out. Sam Bennett for the sprint, heading back up to the breakaway. Shah takes it ahead of Bodnar and Kalmajan in the peloton. Moscon leading out. Cavendish on the right. Degenkolb breaks first. Viviani through the middle versus Sam Bennett. Cavendish, Gaviria, then Christoph, Greipel and Groenewegen. Messa Bodnar is now leading the points classification, of course. Remembering there's 50 points on offer at the finish line. 30 points on offer at the finish line. 1 mountain point and 10 bonus seconds. So if any of those riders finish high up in the final, any riders from the breakaway, they potentially could be in green tomorrow. Kalmajan's starting to rock a little bit. You can see he's getting tired. Small splits happening in the pack on the descents. 27 kilometers to go before the KOM point. Shard tries to attack his breakaway companions. Not sure why. It's probably better if they stick together. Vermarka still leading the pack for Team JLT Condor. Strong crosswind now. We see riders right in the gutter. We might expect to see some splits a bit later on. There's Alejandro Valverde, the world champion, trying to just jump across and not miss out. At the very, very front of the race, Bodnar has succeeded and he has attacked away from Shah and Kalmajan. Looking back through these small gaps, hopefully the likes of Kelderman and Uran can close these up. We don't want riders to lose time this early, especially on a flat stage. 22 kilometers to go now. Ewan, didn't he? He's saving himself for the final dash. 30 seconds is the gap now to the breakaway. Two riders out the back of the peloton. Who is that? Tadej Pogačar is looking very, very dead for Willard Trestier. And Victor Campenarts, they're setting up and getting themselves ready for tomorrow. Ben Herman, still JLT Condor on the front. Breakaway now only 20 seconds, 12.8 kilometers. The terrain's about to get a bit more undulating. Viviani finds himself towards the front, maybe a bit too early. Not entirely sure why he's sitting second wheel, but nothing too bad. Van Aert leading out Dylan Groenewegen already with 9 kilometers to go. There's no other lead out, even though they have quite a big train. There's Matthew van der Poel for the same team sitting in behind Yves Lampaert there. There's Caleb Ewan, you talked about him, he's up there at the front. The breakaway has been caught, more riders are falling off the back, but they're the least of our worries now. We're looking towards the finish. It is quite a technical finish. Let's have a look. Yep, quite a few twists and turns, of course, after we climb this category 4 climb. 1 point on offer for the KOM jersey. 1 point here and 1 point on the finish line.
We're into the last 5 kilometers. This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Yves Lampaert launching attack. Omar Frale following suit. Van Aert and Vermarka trying to counter, but Yves Lampaert takes 1 point in that mountain classification. Small gap for Van Aert off the front of the peloton. No time gap yet. It's very small, but with 3 kilometers to go, this could be the winning move. Alexander Kristoff has got his lead out man here. Nope. He's sitting behind the likes of Jesper Stuyven, Groenewegen. There's no real lead out. It's just all the sprinters here sitting behind Van der Poel. They're using the Chinese team to their advantage. 1.3 k's to go. Here's the final climb. Yves Lampaert leading up it. Van Aert through the middle. Matthew van der Poel moving up as well. Where are the big sprinters? We see Vermarka dying on the right-hand side. Van Aert leading into that corner. Kristoff overtakes on the inside, but there goes Peter Sagan. On the inside is the world champion, Alejandro Valverde. But it's going to be the former world champion, Peter Sagan, who takes the stage ahead of Valverde and Alexander Kristoff. Then back down to pure sprinters, Viviani, Bennett, Gaviria, Van Aert, Ewan, Nibali. The first GC rider crossing the line in 9th position. Looks to be a small split there. We'll have to see if that is counted. Dumoulin possibly gaining more time on his GC rivals. Kwiatkowski coming across in the top 20 there. One rider losing significant time today, and that is, of course, Tadej Pogačar, because Pogačar is, not that good anymore. There we have it, stage 2 of the Tour de France complete.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
Let's have a look at the podium. There we have it, Peter Sagan of Drapac Pats Veg cycling team taking the second stage in the sprint ahead of Valverde and Kristoff. Tom Dumoulin still in yellow, and it looks like some of those time gaps counted. As we see Geraint Thomas now in second, Geschke in third, Valverde in fourth. Really mixing it up here in the Tour de France. Points jersey goes to, mountain jersey, Peter Sagan and Yves Lampaert equal in the mountain classification, but Peter Sagan gets to wear that jersey. Elia Viviani gets an all green jersey, leading by 2 points ahead of Kristoff and Sagan in that points classification. Youth rider is now Miguel Angel Lopez. He leads Felix Grobschartner by 2 seconds. Manzana Postobon trying to make up for Luis Leon Sanchez. pulling out of the race. And Team Differdange is leading the team classification now, 30 seconds ahead of Trek Segafrego. Jelly Belly down a minute down now from being 18 seconds above, so there was definitely some time gaps on the stage, and we'll have a look at that in the results. Sagan comes in first. And yes, correct. Look at that. Damar losing 26 seconds. Pino not losing time. Other GC members like Kwiatkowski, Bob Youngles, Chris Froome and Richie Port both lose another 26 seconds. Is there any other time gap? Minute 17 for Mika Landa. Fogelsang losing some significant... Oh, Nairo Quintana. David Godu. Rafael Micah. Roman Bardet losing a minute. Ooh, big time gaps here on this stage. And of course, we say goodbye to Luis Leon Sanchez of Manzana Postobon, who is no longer with us in this race. Poggi losing 6 minutes, and Nizzolo losing 4 minutes. So GC is still Tom Dumoulin. Let me update this. Peter Sagan won the stage. Leading the sprint jersey is Ilya Viviani. Mountain is Peter Sagan. Youth is Miguel Angel Lopez. And team is Differdange for some reason. But what an exciting start to our Tour de France. Let's get into stage 3, another sprint stage, right? Do we get points for the first DNF? I'm not in charge of the point system. That is Adam, completely Adam. I just simulate the race. But hey, Fernando Gaviria is the favourite for this stage. Looks to be more of a pure sprint stage. I'm going to say Greipel. I'm going to say it's a day for the Gorilla. Let's get it underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. It's going to be a monotonous day when it comes to the terrain. But at least the teams with sprinters won't be complaining. And, of course, those opportunists...
Okay, Sprinters Day, we grab top 10 overall, top 10 points, top 10 mountain, stuff it, we'll get everything. So, who's going to be in today's breakaway? Peter Sagan going to go try and defend his mountain classification jersey. It looks like there's 2 points on offer for the mountain classification today. Ooh. So if someone new goes into the break, they could take that jersey. Big stalemate. Maybe some of the other riders coming through from the back. It looks like Daniel Oss. He's looking a little excited. He's trying to get around some of these riders. Yep, Daniel Oss and Lilian Kelmajan trying to get in the break. Alex Dowsett and Matvey Mohoric also there. Nico Denz, Ben King. Anton Tolhoek of JLT Condor goes straight to the front to start doing some work. So 6-man breakaway seems to be the part of the day. So today's terrain a little bit uphill, undulating at the start, really small hills, and then turns into a flat sprint at the end. Peloton really just chilling. Ulysses on the front. Let's speed it up now that we know who's going to be in the breakaway. Nico Denz in the breakaway. Another strong wind day. This time it's a headwind, 40 kilometers an hour. That's going to slow them down. I missed the sprint for the mountain points. Matvey Mohoric takes it. Yep, so now there's first equal in that mountain classification. Kalmajan and Oss trying to make that happen. My apologies. Dowsett getting KOM. Yeah, you wish. Dowsett could be on a +5 day. You don't know, buddy. Working at the Peloton JLT Condor. the Chinese team of Andre Zeitz, Diego Ulissi of AG2 Mondial, and Denny Martinez showing his face there for Team Aqua Blue Sport. It's not raining today, but there is a strong wind, so we might see some crosswind action, will we, in the gutter. I mean, it's a long stage. How long is the stage? 205 kilometers, so if they do get dropped now, there is a long time to catch up. Viviani in the green jersey, chilling in the peloton. Ewan, of course, sitting towards the back. And right at the back, we see Gazprom and Aqua Blue Sport. 4 minutes 40, the lead is definitely being cut, so the breakaway will not be allowed to win today's stage. Here we go, another King of the Mountains point. 3 kilometers, the Côte de Kernelic. 280 meters tall, 2.7 Ks, 2.8% average. Of course, can't really see that on this screen, so who do we hope? Maybe Matvey Mohoric is going to launch the sprint early. Kalmajan comes up the outside, Mohoric on the inside. Becoming a two-man sprint, Mohoric smashes Kalmajan into the barriers as it looks like Benjamin King takes it on the right-hand side, which means Peter Sagan still leading that classification. Dowsett struggling to get back on. While the excitement for the breakaway is over, there's one intermediate sprint, and then, of course, the finish for the day. So everyone's eyes are going to be focused on the sprinters. Still a crosswind, nothing too major. Breakaway still working well together. No crashes today. Thank goodness for that. Nope, what happened out the back here? It's just crosswind action, throwing everyone into the gutter, ruining everyone's day. Switching to a headwind, we see a small split in the pack, led by Raleigh, who for some reason just want to, you know, chill at the back of the race. Alaphilippe's like, come on boys, and they pull him back into contention. AG2 Mondial also sitting up slightly. But the peloton is quite strung out, so anyone at the back must not be having a good day. Ah, Gazprom, classic. Heading back up towards the front now. Everyone's still taking turns in the front bunch, especially Alex Dowsett there. The wind is reducing ever so slightly. It's now 33 kilometers an hour. 8.2 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Here we go, 5 kilometers. Who's my pick for it? Ben King. On the right-hand side, Kalmajan. Ben King takes it ahead of Kalmajan. Dens Dowsett in the peloton. Is there going to be a sprint for it? Van der Poel's up here. There we have Kittel going for it. Another different rider from the Chinese team. Degenkolb leading out Gaviria. There's Ewan in the wheel. Ewan this time sprinting for it. Ewan and Gaviria. Gaviria takes it ahead of Ewan and then Groenewegen. Peloton catches up to the sprinters once again. Come on, Greipel, I chose you for the stage.
The fast pace at the front is too much for several riders.
Oh, more riders dropping off the back. Mollema losing contact. Zakarin, Buggy, and the team Katusha Alpecin falling off the back. And the rain has begun. Oh, for fuck's sake.
There we go. That's 2/3 of the race behind us.
Big crash at the back of the peloton. Who is down? Haig, Matthews, Van Avermaet, Kangut, Nizzolo. Everyone's up. Bauhaus, Costa, Uman. What a bad time to start. There is cobbles on the stage. But anyway, the peloton's not waiting for these men here, so hopefully they will catch back up. A few favourites for the stage, of course. Matthews, Trenton, Bauhaus, Nizzolo. Hopefully they can make it all back into the peloton. Matthew Van der Poel on the front. I guess it does get a bit more undulating, so it's a bit more focus on... Oh, Gil Chicone has fallen now. Big, huge crash in this corner.
It looks like the pack has bitten the
Another crash up the road slightly. De La Cruz and Chicone not looking for the greatest. They're still pedaling, so that means they're still surviving. Dillier gets up, while Poles form a low. Yates and Alaphilippe were also caught up in that crash. De La Cruz and Chicone still on the ground. Hopefully they can get themselves back up. But nope, it looks like 2 more abandons in the wet weather here in France. Gil Chicone and De La Cruz have both withdrawn. This bunch on the back, which crashed first, will catch up to Mollema. Mollema, of course, hoping to get back into contention. Alaphilippe for the stage, and Yates as a key domestic, but he's already 2 minutes down. The white jersey is also down in a few seconds off the peloton. So is Kwiatkowski of Team Rally. Lutsenko, Patrick Bevan, Tony Martin's here. Heading back to the front of the race, JLT Condor and the Chinese team still going strong. One of those two looks like they did. It looks like Chicone blocked De La Cruz, but we'll see. More kind of gravelly, cobbly. What a great state. I mean, there's no actual cobble, it's just a visualness, I think. But it's still a skinny road. Will we see a puncture or something? Who's off the back here? Dillier, Poles. He could have been... Oh, there's a big crash. Holy shit. Everyone's up, luckily that time. Hopefully no one crashes into it this time. Hey, where's that crash? Up the road. Minky's on the ground. Christoph Gunner Froome has crashed up the road a bit further. Oh, another crash on the road here. Jakobsen has just crashed. Oh, Groenewegen looks to be abandoning. Unlucky for him. Well, here we are at the back. We see Dylan Groenewegen's trying to get back into the race. Predler, Boldner, Alaphilippe, Van der Poel. Bodnar still on the ground. He's been on the ground for a long time now. Groenewegen's out.
There's an abandon in the back.
I mean, there's lots of riders. I mean, the gap between the team of Peter Sagan trying to catch back up. Team Rally of Kwiatkowski also pushing the pace, trying to catch back up to the peloton. This corner's looking not the greatest now. The breakaway still has 3 minutes. Is that because of all the crashes? Poor abandon, isn't it, Joe? Bro, if your rider's crashing 3 times, I think it's a training issue, and therefore the manager's fault. But Bodnar, last man on the road. Formula Alaphilippe, Van Poppel losing time. Priedler, the group of the KOM jersey and the Kwiatkowski group is only just behind the peloton now. There are more small gaps appearing as we enter more crosswind. Gazprom chilling in the middle. More gravel sectors. Filippo Ganna's time is done. Still the 6 men out in front. They're looking a little bit worse for wear. You see Nico Denz is just rocking his shoulders. Nils Pollitt has a puncture. The rider from Aqua Blue Sport. Look at all those riders going past him. There he is. He's able to hop on through to the back of the peloton with the likes of Colbrelli, Goldu, Galopan, Legan, Nizzolo. Danny Martinez is done for, and he is saying goodbye to the pack. 36 kilometers to go on these really skinny roads. I mean, the rain has stopped, so hopefully crashes will not happen so much. Geraint Thomas up towards the front of the bunch. He wants to keep himself safe. And splits are happening now due to the pace of the roads. Maybe not a day for the sprinters, as we see the likes of Nizzolo, Trentin, Degenkolb, Bauhaus, Hodge once again off the back of the peloton. Another small gap opening up in front of Gianni Moscon, and he just needs to hold on to the wheel of Peter Sagan, but there's 44 kilometers an hour now. Behind them, Lutsenko has dropped the wheel. The Mollema group is in trouble once again. Even Dylan Turns is in this group here. Why is his name in red? Yes, absolutely, this game is way better. This is way more interesting than 2024. Absolutely. The break's on minute 33. The break is not going to be winning this, I don't think. Jesper Stuyven Van Marker still working for Fernando Gaviria. I have to say Fernando Gaviria is probably one of the favourites for the green jersey now. Everyone's hard in the gutter. There comes Viviani. Here comes the green jersey moving up. All the riders who are on the front working have managed to make a small break. The gap is still a minute 30. Ooh, 50-50 about the break. More splits happening down behind. Ackerman now being caught out. Peter Sagan dropping back. Terpstra looking dead. Gilbert is dead. Mollema is way out of contention. Ivan Sosa, George Bennett trying to make a comeback. All of the fucking Gazprom squad here at the back. The peloton's going quite slow. The gap is 1 minute 30 still. We believe in the breakaway. Absolutely. If the breakaway were to succeed with the current time gap, would there be a change in the overall GC? No. But Nico Denz would go up to almost potentially into the race lead. Front of the peloton, we see an attack now by the Movistar rider Van Kirksbroek. Van Emden trying to hold the wheel. Morkov dropping ever so slightly. Still that strong winds, and no one is willing to work on the front. Crosswinds mechanic. Exactly. Alex Dowsett has launched an attack from the breakaway. The rider from Rally is holding 7 seconds on his breakaway companions. Ben King is the first to react. Matvey Mohoric in his wheel. We see Nico Denz on the back. Looking at them, it looks like it could be a stage win for Mohoric or Oss. But of course, Nico Denz is the best. This is PCM 18. 18, not 17. But yes. But Nico Denz is the best placed in GC in this group. If they make it to the line with a gap of over 1 minute 36, he will lead the GC. Looking back, Sagan's trying with all his effort to get across to the front group. He's taking Bagui and Laporte with him, but they look very, very dead. 3 minutes is the gap. The breakaway is extending their lead. Nico Denz just has to hold on as more riders look to be gaining time on GC. This is the way to live, PCM 18, none of that PCM 24 crap. Gaviria trying to get on the back of his lead-out men. We have Van Marker there and Jesper Stuyven on the front. Richard Carapaz has fallen. Another crash on the ground. Minkies and Elisond also down. Unfortunately, there's only 6Ks to go, so we're going to have to head back to the front of the race to see what happens here. It looks like Denz is holding on, so Denz will, if he keeps up with them. Another crash. Garnett can get Grosschartner, O'Connor, and Ivan Sosa are on the ground. We'll have to make check on them shortly, as the finish is what is more important to us now. Denz and Kalmajan not rolling through. They're waiting for the sprint. Alex Dowsett could find himself sitting in second place here. The peloton is swelling in size. The first to open the sprint is Daniel Oss. All-round lead-out man. Matvey Mohoric comes around Ben King. The roundabout's getting in his way. Matvey Mohoric, 400 meters to go. Ben King through the middle. But it is Mohoric who takes stage 3 of the Tour de France. Kalmajan, Dowsett, and Denz a further 10 seconds back. In the main peloton, where are the sprinters? Gaviria, Viviani, and Ewan find themselves towards the front. Where is the gorilla? There he is, Andre Greipel, my pick for the stage. And Gaviria takes it on the line ahead of Viviani and Ewan. Nikias aren't up there also. The group has swelled back to 100 riders, so not as big of gaps as we previously thought. But let's see who is losing time today. Pollitt, Postelberger, Fogelsang, Bagui, Kirienka, Bevan, Bauhaus, Latour, Bernal, Zakharin, oh my god, Poles, Mollema, Zeitz, Sivakov, fuck's sake, Tolhoek, Goldu, Poggi, of course, once again, Adam Yates, Bilbao, Haig, Micah, Carapaz losing time there, and O'Connor, of course, they had that ill-timed crash. Alaphilippe, Elisond, and Minkies were also in that crash. Formolo losing more time. Bodnar, Martinez, Priedler. Last riders across the line. Dins is in yellow. What a stage. 2 more abandons in our Tour de France draft, but let's have a look at those beautiful podiums. Here we have it. Matvej Mohoric takes the stage in a sprint. No one in the breakaway lost any time on that stage. The peloton was 3 minutes 30 behind. And of course, there we have it, Nico Dens of Manzana Postobon in the yellow jersey. 42 seconds back to Alex Dowsett. And Matvej Mohoric in 4th, Benjamin King in 3rd minute. 12 down, the rest of the GC favourites begins with Tom Dumoulin, 1:58, a 2-minute lead going into another sprint stage. How did Mars lose time? Jesus Christ, we'll have a look at the results. There'll probably be some bullshit somewhere. But Peter Sagan still in that KOM jersey. And the points jersey goes to Matvej Mohoric, who's 11 points of Benjamin King and Lilian Kelmajan. Nico Dens first in the youth, first in yellow, first in youth. Well done to him. Minute 32 ahead of Mohoric. 3 minutes 13 ahead of Miguel Angel Lopez. And Manzana Postobon also taking the team classification, now 10 seconds ahead of Rally. They've had a bloody good stage today. Matvej Mohoric is the strongest. I should be screenshotting these stage results, shouldn't I? That's what I am forgetting to do. I will do that now while I remember. Just ignore the stage number. Stage 2. Because this is all stupid out of order. And stage 3, Mohoric. Okay. GC after stage 3, Nico Dens is in the yellow jersey. Nico Dens. Right, who won the stage, of course? Matvej Mohoric. Sprint jersey is Matvej Mohoric. Mountain jersey, Peter Sagan still. Youth, Nico Dens. And team is Manzana. Let's go back to that stage result, see what time gaps did occur. Nothing really until 6:53. We see Igor Anton, Tadej Pogacar, Tolhuk, Sepp Kuss. 7 minutes down, Yates, Lutsenko, Aru, Turns, O'Connor, Sosa, Grobschartner. 8 minutes. 9 minutes is Menkes, Martinez is 11 minutes. And of course we say goodbye to Groenewegen, Chicone, and De La Cruz. Stage 4, another stage more or less the same. Once again, I'm picking the gorilla Andre Greipel to do well. Perhaps not a day for the breakaway, a day for the sprinters to actually get something done. Cabrera's having a heart problem, man. He's just detecting it early in his career. It's all planned. You told Yates to drop time. It's all planned. Perfect. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The profile of this race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton.
Let's quickly look at those jerseys. Peter Sagan in the KOM, Nico Dens in yellow, Mohoric in green, and Lopez on behalf of Dens in the white jersey. Wind starting out quite gentle today, only 11 kilometers an hour as we begin in the city. Category 4 and a Category 3. What will the Category 3 have on offer for us today? Small breakaway getting away. Category 3 is 2 points, then 1 point. 20 at the intermediate, and 50 at the finish because it's more of a flat stage. Who's in the breakaway? We have Mikkel Shah, Fabio Feline, Ivan Rovny of Gazprom Rushvelo, and Nils Pollitt of Aqua Blue Sport.
There's a few riders jockeying for position at the front. There's now more
Mohoric trying to get in the break as well, I see. Tom Squiens, Vambala, Mohoric, Ian Stannard, Bodnar, Kalmajan. Tolhook doesn't like the look of that, and he is chasing them down at ferocious speed. Red Car of Doom getting in the way, though. Helping out is Andre Amador, and Michael Woods is helping out with the pacemaking. Interesting turn of events there. Ulysses on the front. Still pushing the pace. It's going to be a very, very quick day, I'm guessing. Breakaway still not allowed to establish correctly. That'll be because of Mohoric, I'm guessing, who's fourth, sitting fourth overall, and Kalmajan is 10th. So, still the original four up the road: Shah, Feline, Rovny, and Pollitt. They have a minute now on the peloton. Still Tolhook on the front, but he is a bit more chill. Small kind of hills. Robert Hessink has had a puncture. He's 5 minutes down. He's pushing his hardest to get back into the pack.
The pack really doesn't look interested in following the breakaway. Things have slowed right down.
Drop out of the race to go to Kingy Lake, Auckland. Allez, Nils. Allez, allez, allez. But looks to be a bit less exciting today. No rain, far fewer crashes. Here we go to the KOM point, though. 1 point on offer. No one in the breakaway has any KOM points. So whoever gets the point will tie first equal with Peter Sagan. Feline launches first. Rovny tries, but he's actually kind of useless. Shah on the left-hand side, and Pollitt misses out. Fabio Feline takes 1 point there. Now with 2 points on offer for first place and 1 point on offer for second place in the at the next KOM point, we should be able to get a definitive winner, not a first equal in that classification. Does this time suit you fellows better? If it does, then I'm happy to do it this time tomorrow, if not a little bit earlier, actually. Yeah, anyway, 600 meters to go. We missed out on that sprint, but Feline launches first. Nils Pollitt is going to get second, but Fabio Feline will be definitively in that mountain jersey tomorrow. Finally taken off the shoulders of Peter Sagan. Wind doing stuff all 11 kilometers an hour. A small gap at the back of the peloton. Van Aert, Trentin, Dillier, Pedersen, Morkov, Roskov, Hodge, Van Poppel. Interesting mix of people here, just off the back of the peloton. "10 kilometers to the intermediate sprint." Who's going to take it from the breakaway? Another bunch of riders just chilling at the back. Once again, just these little hills, is it? Guillaume Martin, Terpstra, Gilbert, and Sosa not liking it. On the front, where is Gaviria? There he is. He's moving up. But in the breakaway, they're not sprinting for it. Even Rovny takes maximum points there. Colt Nielsen leading out for the marker. Here come the sprinters. There's Patrick Bevan leading out Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett blocked on the inside. Peter Sagan takes second. Ewan takes maximum points from the peloton here today. Gaviria and Viviani up there also. 1 minute 40 is the break, is the gap to the peloton. Nothing much happening here. 2 minutes going back up as the sprinters ease on the front. But it looks to be a day for the sprinters. Winds increased ever so slightly, 17 k's an hour, and we have a crash! Holy shit, that's a lot of riders. On the ground, Pino on the ground, but Brambila was the first man to go down. Danny Martinez still on the deck. Fabio Jakobsen, Michael Matthews, and Bill Bell. Those three continue, but looks like Danny Martinez and Gianluca Brambila will not be continuing. They are two domestics for the Mountains for their respective teams. Very unlucky for them. I'm surprised Uskatel's not sending back more domestics to help out Jakobsen. It's just Bilbao. Aqua Blue is sending back Bodnar and Pedersen to help Matthews out. So smaller splits happening in the pack. We see Gazprom, who is left behind. Nils Pollard is attacking his breakaway companions at the front. Sharka reacts, but Rovny cannot. Fabio Feline does so also. Still AG2 Mondial on the front. Small splits happening. Is it a slight crosswind? It is. 17 kilometers an hour crosswind. Is this Daryl Impey, the South African champion? It is. He's trying to bridge that gap. Both of your teams. You have two teams, the LC? Greipel tries to jump across to the front. He's got no domestics there. Greipel's in a bad position. Puncture for Jakobsen, who was coming back. Uskatel Muras not in a good way at all. Tony Martin definitely moving outside of the top 15 today. The break still has a gap, still has a minute, but they should be caught as we see more of the sprinters teams organising themselves. Guillaume Martin, of course, caught behind. Oh, right. You and Thunderstruck are the same person. That's right. Nils Pollard goes again. This time, Shah once again chasing them down. This time, Rovny and Feline on his wheel. Small gap in the peloton. Carlos Betancourt has dropped the wheel. Valverde, Viviani, and all the other sprinters are gaining time. Who is losing time? Everyone. Pino's losing time. Greipel, everyone needs to get off their asses and just move back up to the front. Of course, Quintana is nowhere in fucking sight. What a joke. Absolute joke.
We've got 15 kilometers to the finish line.
40 seconds, the gap to the breakaway. These two pelotons have caught back up. Once again, it's Ella Philippe who makes the catch. Tom Squillian's looking pretty worse for wear. Rovny launching an attack in the second bunch, trying to catch up with Fabio Feline. They've got 39 seconds on the peloton, 33 seconds to go. Filippo Ganna, future superstar, on the front for AG2 La Mondiale. He's looking alright in the brown pants, but I think he'd look better in the white pants. Gialto Condor sitting in second wheel. We have the Austrian champion, Lucas Postelberger there.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
Carapaz losing more time. 11 kilometers to go. Only 3 riders out in front. Rovny has been caught. Feline, Pollard, and Shah. They're trying to hang on, but Ben Hermans of GLT Condor's on the front. 7.9 kilometers to go. It's going to be an actual bunch sprint, barring no crashes. There's a strong crosswind. Everyone's in the gutter. Here comes Viviani. He's moving up. Yves Lampard on his wheel. Where is the gorilla? The gorilla is not here.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
Greipel out of contention. Simon Yates, of course, 5 minutes down on GC. Christoph sitting too far back. 4Ks to go now. It's going to be probably one of these main sprinters here. Kittle's glued himself to the wheel of Ilya Viviani. 3Ks to go. Van Avermaet launching through this wheel. There's a few more twists and turns. Stuyven leading out Degenkolb, who's leading out Viviani. Viviani's the only man with a lead out train here. Everyone else is sitting on behind him. Postelberger going for the late minute attack. We see Degenkolb launching a sprint now. 1.2 kilometers to go. Fernando Varveria is going, but he seems to be kind of getting blocked in these corners. Another crash further back. We see Pino crash, but Viviani's going to take the stage ahead of Sam Bennett and Gaviria. Jesus Christ. Well done, Viviani, but if we go back down the road, we should see a crash somewhere. There's a crash on the corner here. Geshka's on the ground. Everyone's up. Woods is on the ground. Matthews losing significant time, but that's not really too much of a problem. Sosa We'll have to have a look at the final results to see if anyone lost time, but it looks like Woods lost more time. But Thibaut Pinot might have lost some time there. We'll have to have a look.
Now for the race highlights.
Eli Viviani of AG2 La Mondiale takes the stage, ahead of Sam Bennett of United Healthcare, Kittel in third, Gaviria in fourth, Cavendish, Ackerman, Laporte, Sagan, Demar, Colbrelli. The gorilla is nowhere. Nico Den still in the lead. Fabio Feline, of course, in that mountain jersey. Elia Viviani still in green. He extends his lead by 29 points over Fernando Gaviria. And best young rider still Nico Denz. Overall team still Manzana, Postobon. Let's have a look for any time gaps. And to remember those fallen soldiers. 2 minutes down. Wout van Aert, Tom Squillions, Matthew van der Poel, Hessink, Dillier, Latour, Pinot losing 2 minutes. What an L by Thibaut Pinot. Aru also losing 2 minutes. Kirienka, Gilbert, Pantano, O'Connor, Tangut, Mohoric, Sivakov, Poles, Minkies. Grobschartner, Bagui, Roach, Martin, Nieves, Kus, Michael Woods losing 2 minutes, Sosa losing 2 minutes, 8 minutes for Bilbao and Jakobsen. Of course, we say goodbye to Danny Martinez and Gianluca Brambilla. And overall GC, Nico Den still leading, Dalsit, Dumoulin, Thomas Valverde, Calmejean Lopez, Dennis, Izagirre, and King. Rest in peace, Thibaut Pinot. Hey, Adam H is making that thing for me. Well, that's easy then. If he's doing points. Stupid cable, get out of the way. Nico Den still in the GC. Viviani taking over the points classification. Or retaking it over. Mountain, Fabio Feline. Youth, still Nico Denz. And team, still Manzana, Postobon. So, stage 5, another flat stage. Surprise, surprise day for the sprinters. Gaviria, favourite once again. This time, I'm going to say Demar. I think Euskadi Marias have kind of... Yeah, where is Roglic? That's a good question. I'll have a look once we load into the stage. There you go, Spurs Go won the TTT. Well done, Jelly Belly.
Hello and welcome. Today's terrain is fairly level, so it's ideal ground for those who
Nico
are good on
Denz
the
in
planet.
yellow, Feline in KOM, Viviani in the points, and Lopez in youth. Where is Roggers? Primoz Roglic, 4 minutes down. Currently sitting 30th overall in GC. He's only 5 seconds behind Christopher Froome.
Will it prove to be too early?
And about 2 minutes behind the rest of the GC contenders. Anyway, let's get into this stage. Let's get our labels all set up for everyone. And Mika Shah in the break once again. And Bodnar, both 2 breakaway favourites. Spilak on the front for Trek Segafredo. Bankalan's trying to get themselves into the break. So he taking Rovni with him, is he? More undulating terrain, but big strong crosswinds, hooray! Intermediate sprint and a flat finish. 2 more riders coming up the road. Who is it? Joey Roscoff and Vasily Kirienko. The Belarusian for Team Gazprom, Rushvelo, Tom Squiens and Sylvain Delier. Gazprom finally doing something. Showing their face in the breakaway. 2 OP, too many jerseys. Nerf Manzana Postobon. No, I think Manzana Postobon's doing alright. Another attack from inside the peloton. Calmajon and Oliveira trying something but unable to escape. Really kind of boring stage. Might see some crosswind action later on outside of the cities. But otherwise, intermediate sprint and finish. Doesn't look to be like raining today. The clouds look pretty chill. So hopefully none of that either. Tolhook on the front. Holy shit, 46 kilometers an hour. I bet you some of these riders are going to get tired pretty quickly battling with that crosswind. Which teams are sitting right towards the back during this? Hey, look at that Spanish national champ jersey. That's actually a whole jersey. Love it. Well done, Manzana Postobon. The crosswind not really doing too much damage as of yet. I guess there's still 140 kilometers to go. Bodnar is trying to get 22 minutes so he can slide into that leader's jersey. Three minutes is the gap. Still really boring. Nothing much happening. The wind is not strong enough to cause too much problems. The contenders aren't racing fast enough. There's not enough to contest. Oh, there we are. Riders coming off the back. The crosswinds not being their favourite time of year. Castrovejo, Marc Soler looks to be in some danger there. Chad Haga, Betancourt and Pogacar. Surprise, surprise. Gap holding steady, 76 k's to go. Oh, someone's dropped from the breakaway. Who was that? Cool, 11 k's to intermediate sprint. Let's hope this is at least a little bit exciting. Because by golly, this stage has been sucked. Or sucks. It's a headwind now. Anyway, 2.8 k's to go. Will we see some riders go for... Oh, what have I missed in the peloton? The sprinters got a gap on everyone else. Well, that's my fault for missing out on that. As that just happened, because they're going 26 k's now. These guys are going 40. Looks like it has. Heading back up to the front. Intermediate sprint point. They're not contesting it. Dillier is going to take first. Head of Roscoff and Bodnar. Back in the peloton, Cavendish is the first to launch the sprint. Kittel through the middle, Ewan. Here comes Christoph, dodging all of the wheels there. No real clue what happened there. Gaviria not in it with everyone else. And it looks like Katusha Alperson is dragging the peloton all back together. Another second bunch on the ground. Once again, Alaphilippe who has to do the chasing. Nils Pollitt there also. Who else is sitting at the back? Sivakov, Zoldo, with a Fux Quintana. Sosa, Henao, Bookman. Great, Quintana's 4:43 down. Lovely. Where is he? He's sitting in the middle of the peloton. That's alright then. 42 kilometers to go. There is a split still at the back of the peloton. They're pushing hard. That's Bike Aid, Rally, and Katusha Alpecin. Gav doing the opposite from... Another split at the back. We say goodbye to Uman, Chavez, Goncalves, Kelderman, Caruso, Zakharin, Sivakov. Come on, Bernal at the back as well. For fuck's sake, man. Can these guys not ride? Minute 28 is the gap. We'll keep an eye on this and we'll check back with the splits a bit later on. More splits happening. Daniel Oss has dropped the wheel once again. More crosswind action. Always happening at the end of the stage. Yves Lampard seems to be riding away from, must be their sprinter, Geraint Thomas, having to tow up Fernando Gaviria. I know they're different teams, but that's what's happening. Peloton's about to catch back on. Looks like the gorilla himself has to do the chasing. He's not going to send his domestics to do it for him. Quintana's finding himself in that front group there. The yellow jersey is losing time. The Cavendish group, the Dumoulin group, minute behind the rest of the favourites for the stage. And right out the back is Kenny Ellison. Meanwhile, in the breakaway, Dillier says, "Hey man, we're about to be caught, but I'm going to show myself for glory." Yeah, my team never does a good time, man. Never. Doesn't matter what the fuck my team's doing. It's never good. I'm still pissed about that bloody PCM sim game where fucking Vlasov on a mountain stage sat up to wait for our sprinter, Moschetti. Anyway, back to the race at hand. Bosenhagen, Wellens, Cavendish, Cobrelli, Stannard, Oliveira losing time. Oh, it's Nico Denz, not Dumoulin, isn't it? That's right, Denz is in yellow. Nico Denz is the one losing time. Unlucky for him. Dumoulin's up here. He might be riding himself back in to yellow. 17 Ks to go. The wind is still very, very strong. Will we have some more corners towards the finish? A few, but not heaps. Not so bad. All spread out along the road now. Look at that glare on the bloody camera. What a useless camera. Go away, glare. You weren't there before. Oh well. Breakaway is about to be caught by the Gaviria group. Postelberger is the one to make the catch. Never we trust in PCM time gaps. I mean, there's a big gap now. Moscon has been forced to chase. Niels Pollitt. Denz is not sending any of his domestics forward. Zakharin losing time. Bevan, Sharkman, De Hint. Rohan Dennis, 8th place overall. He's losing time. Manzana Postobon, the dream is over. Yates losing more time. And the breakaway has been caught. Trentin leading out Sagan, it seems. 9.3 kilometers. All the sprinters at the front, but no lead outs. Steve Cummings here with Chris Froome. Interesting.
While the pack is getting close to the finish line, everybody seems to agree that the stage will be won in a sprint.
Van Kielsbroek here for Ewan. Drags him out to the right-hand side of the road. Pulls across to the front. Trentin's time is done for. In between the two groups, Greipel is out into the second bunch now. Miguel Angel Lopez, Youngles, Pino, Kwiatkowski. Hey, Quintana made the gap. Don't drop. Don't drop, you bastard. Looks to be a small split here. Gasparotto's having to close it down. Van Kielsbroek has had his turn. The sprinters are now out in the wind to themselves. No one wants to sprint. This is allowing other groups to catch back onto the front. Steven Kung moving up. What a 34. This is just bro. We're Lopez solo in the front group. Daniel Oss trying something from a long distance. He's gone too little too early. Van Kielsbroek, last minute push the line. 2.8 Ks to go. Who's going to launch first out of the sprinters? Moving up on the left-hand side, Yves Lampard is trying something. Stefan Kung leading out to Valverde. Sylvain Dillier is the first rider to try something. 1.9 Ks to go. Sylvain Dillier has a small lead from the pack, is swiftly overtaken by Yves Lampard. 1K to go, and now the sprint is off. Viviani launches Christoph on the inside. Ewan with a late push to the line, but through the middle, it is Pascal Ackermann ahead of Ewan. Ackermann, Gaviria, Ewan, and Valverde best of the GC in 6th position. Will there be a time split here? Vandermarke and Dowsett perhaps causing a time gap. More bullshit PCM group gaps, but infinitely better than currently PCM 2024. Last rider on the road, Kenny Ellisond, domestic for Team Katusha Alpecin.
And here are the key moments of the race.
Pascal Ackermann of Team Dimension Data takes the stage ahead of Gaviria, Ewan, Christoph, Viviani, Valverde, Gasparotto, Mohoric, Simon Yates, and then Geraint Thomas. Interesting. In my playthrough, Gaviria won the points jersey. In that quick playthrough I did where I tested all the stages, Gaviria took it by heaps. Denz is still in the lead! Hooray! Nico Denz didn't lose time today. Dowsett still in 2nd. Dumoulin up to 3rd. Thomas, Valverde, Lopez, Zagira, Youngles, Terpstra, and Nibali. 2 more stages on today. One, of course, remember, is individual time trial, and then 1 more sprint stage, and that's our first 7 stages of the tour. Pepe Feline, still 3 leading that mountain classification. No mountain points on offer today. Points jersey will be Viviani still, hopefully. Yep, Eli Viviani still leading that classification, 16 points ahead of Fernando Gaviria. And Nico Den still in youth. And Manzana Postobon still in the team classification. Well done to them. Ackermann is today's winner. Never trust PCM when picking the best sprinter. Exactly. But let's have a look for any time gaps that happened that really... Yep, minute 29. Who's losing time? Oliveira, Morkov, Mas losing more time. Corbelli, Bagui, Garner, Uran losing more time. Vogelsang, Dennis, Yates, Latour, Zakarin, Kelderman, Kreuziger, Lutsenko if he's your GC man, but he's not in this PCM. Nicholas Roach, Frale, Turns, Burnell, Carapres, Godu, Woods. Big losses here today for some of these tall hooks. Sosa, of course, the flat man's. Well, Paul's losing 5 minutes, and Kenny Ellison's losing quite a bit. But of course, stage winner is Pascal Ackermann. GC is still Nico Denz. Viviani still in the points. Feline still in mountain. Denz still in youth. And Manzana still in the team classification. So not much change after this stage. But hey, individual time trial. Would you look at that, lads? Would you look at... Did I click export on that stage? Export. Do it again. Anyway. Stage 6, and it's 55k individual time trial. Who's going to win? Hey, interview of Zakarin. Oh, Zakarin's interviewed, and Valverde is interviewed here as well. Favourites of the stage, of course, Tom Dumoulin, Dennis, Martin, Campanazzo, Roglic, Thomas, Froome, Kwiatkowski, Van Emden, and Castroviejo. Dumoulin, of course, the best placed of the time trialists and of the GC riders, potentially riding in 2 yellow on today's stage. TTTs take ages, especially a 50-kilometer team time trial. Well, we'll fast forward until we get someone who's actually decent at TTing. I mean, Masa Bodnar, the Polish national time trial champion, will probably set a good best time through all of the stages, through all the checkpoints, but 55 kilometers is a long way. 21 minutes to the first time check. Bilbao only 3 seconds down. He is 169th, of course. Priedler 2 seconds ahead of Bodnar so far. I'll slow it down when we get to more of the favourites. Matthews is putting a good time in. So let's have a look how Matthews is doing. Pogacar doing shit. Michael Matthews first at the first time check. Well done to him. 76 time trial, I understand that. 21 minutes. I mean, Ken Dens against Dalsett, I guess, you're right. That probably is the way it's going to be. Flick that across to the final time check. It's a long way, 55 kilometers. Holy crap. Matthews just passing Jakobsen, Minkies. Let's just turn all these labels on so we'll see people when they come on through. Well, Matthews is looking dead already. He's only going 32 kilometers an hour. The terrain is kind of undulating, but mostly uphill. Matthews is 58 minutes at the third time check. What will his time be at the finish? Probably, was that hour like 5 or something? That'll sit in yellow. Matthews finishes 1 hour 11. 2 minutes ahead of Masa Bodnar. Interesting. Anyone else doing reasonably well? Yes, Tano Kangat, the Estonian national time trial champion, only 51 seconds down on Matthews at that third time check. Won't be extraordinary the time, but hey, podium place in the hot seat, second currently. Who's coming third? Well, Poles is another top 10 performance by him. He is currently 12 minutes down in GC. Bloody hell, he finishes second. Filippo Ganna, time trial superstar, going to be a top 10 provisionally for him. Groshatna, same with him. Alaphilippe, setting the second best time, 49 seconds down. Another top 10 rider incoming. Andre Amador, going to set a top 10 best time. Yes. Pierre Latour, the French time trial champion for Team Katusha Alpecin. He's setting a reasonable time. He's 15th at the first time check, but he's pulled it back at the next two to finish 6th and 7th. Will there be another negative split for him? He is 5th currently. Never being passed by Adam Yates, doing a great time trial. Hopefully he can earn back the 9 minutes he's lost already, although I kinda doubt it. Manzana Postobon, no one really catching Michael Matthews there, his time at all. Oh yes, Nilson Oliveira setting a new best time at all the time checks, the Portuguese rider. Yes, energy management TTs, absolutely. Anyway, here we are, Nilson Oliveira crossing the line in first. He's 17 seconds ahead of Oliveira. The Slovenian team about to take their first stage of the race. Dylan Turns of Team Jelly Belly, already a minute down at the third time check. Minute 20. Tim Wellens, Belgian superstar for Sporting Tarveria, 118th overall, currently 8 minutes down. He finishes a minute down. Anyone else exciting coming? Not for a while, but here we go. Lawrence de Plus, currently second at the third time check, 6 seconds down on Michael Matthews' time. He's having a good negative split day as he was third at the first two time checks. He's holding his speed quite well. He comes across the line second, 15 seconds behind Nilson Oliveira. Who else is top 10? Oh yeah, Edvald the Bosenhagen is here. Minute down on Matthews. Oh, sorry, on Oliveira. Forget Matthews is out of the hot seat now. Provisional top 10 probably won't last that long. Gegenhardt with a great time out of nowhere. Not the greatest TTer, but yeah, interesting. He lost some form there before the line, losing a minute on the stage. Who's doing well? Patrick Bevan, the New Zealand time trial champion. 77 time trial, 74 flat. He's about to catch Jesus Harada, who started a minute ahead of him. And Harada's not a bad TT'er. Bevan is just better at the moment. He's sitting 4:31 seconds down, losing only 1 second between the second and third time checks. He's still holding his speed quite nicely. He's not going to die here, is he? 3.4 kilometers to go. He's dying. He is overshot. He's going 20 kilometers an hour. He has died before the line. Unlucky for Patrick Bevan, who finishes 4th, 37 seconds down. Simon Geschke, not looking so great in the first 2 time checks, but 5th at the third. So I guess this is the race you can negative split it quite well. Ooh, a new best time. Jonathan Castroviejo of Aqua Blue Sport, 5th and 4th at the first time check, but 1st at the third time check. The second half of the course is where it's really, really mattering. Spanish time trial champion with a shitty Spanish time trial jersey. 2 kilometers to go for Castroviejo. He's holding a speed, not the greatest, but not the worst. He's about to pass Ivan Rovny of the Gazprom team. He takes a new best time, the same time as Nielsen Oliveira. He beats him by milliseconds. Gianni Moscon, he's also up there, only 16 seconds. Oh, a minute 12. Who has just brought a new time? Zacharin's in the top 10, but someone is just Victor Campenaerts, the Belgian national time trial champion, is the new best time at the third time check. Well, can he go below a minute 10 for the whole course? Let's have a look, shall we? Victor Campenaerts. He's holding his speed a bit better than everyone else did, at least for a bit longer. A new best time, a whole minute ahead of Castroviejo. Holy shit. Campenaerts, a minute 10 is now the time to beat. Yves Lampaert, another Belgian TT'er. Not going to be up on the podium, but in the top 10 so far. Still 50 riders still to start. Tony Martin, the current German time trial champion, he's beaten Campenaerts and Castroviejo's earlier times. 1 time check to go for the Jelly Belly rider. He's 5 minutes down in GC. If he can put another minute into Campenaerts, he has a great chance of moving up back into the top 15. 10 seconds in on Campenaerts. Well done to him. Pozzovivo not doing so great. TJ Van Garderen, he's doing a nice TT, only 24 seconds. And lost a minute now at the third time check. He's slipping. He's unfortunately gone out too hard. So perhaps not a top 10 for the Trek Segafredo rider. 8th at the finish. 10th for Van Emden. He was named in the favourites, but he's not doing so well at the moment. He finishes in 11th outside the top 10. Here we go. Rohan Dennis, the current world time trial champion of Team Manzana Postobon. Of course, Manzana Postobon's having an amazing Tour de France. Nico Denz in yellow, Nico Denz in white, Miguel Angel Lopez in white. A beautiful Tour de France for them. No stage win as of yet. Perhaps Rohan Dennis can change that. He's got the best time at the third time check, but his time at the previous 2 has been beaten, and he's sitting in 4th position there. 1.7 Ks to the line for him. What damage is he going to do? 6 seconds ahead of Tony Martin. Tej Bennett doing pretty shitty there. Quintana losing 4 minutes. What a joke. Stiba, Christoph is off. Here we're coming into the top 20 riders now. Primoz Roglic has the best time at the second time check. Also the best time at the third time check. The current Slovenian time trial champion is beating the world champion's time. Rohan Dennis is beating Tony Martin, 2 great sportsmen of the time trial discipline. 700 meters to go. He's still holding the best time at those 2 middle checkpoints. Another 33 seconds quicker. Primoz Roglic, the first rider to go under 1 hour 10 in the time trial. Ackerman coming through now. Martin losing time. Oliver Narson's in just outside the top 20. Christopher Froome, he's coming through. He's in 4th position overall. Well, in the time check, 16th overall, 3:56 down. What's going to happen here? Will Primoz Roglic be running away with it? Looks like it will as he finishes third. Daniel Oss behind him. Ilya Viviani not looking too well poised. Niels Pollard not doing a good time. Kreisberg. Kwiatkowski looking at a top 10 time here for the rally rider. He's about to pass Steven Kreisberg, his minute man. Both men looking strong in the flat stages that have transgressed so far. Kwiatkowski with a little sprint to the line. He's trying to beat Kreisberg. He's about to do it. In a dead heat, he finishes 6th, losing a minute. Nibali is losing a bit of time. He's losing 2 minutes at that third time check. Vincenzo Nibali is going to move outside the top 10 today. 18th for Nibali. 14th provisionally. Sam Bennett way out of contention. Matvey Mohoric losing 6 minutes already. Bob Youngles, who I thought would be somewhat of a GC contender, he lost, losing 2 minutes at that third time check. 3 minutes overall. Terps losing time. Izzy Guerre losing 4 minutes. The GC is going to be completely changed in this instance. He's losing 5 minutes. Miguel Angel Lopez, the best placed rider for Manzana Postobon, 6th overall, current 2nd in the youth jersey. He's losing 5 minutes on the stage. Thomas with a good time, finishing 7th, a minute 24 down. Valverde losing 4 minutes. Dumoulin 2nd, 31 seconds down. But Alex Dowsett and Nico Denz is going to be between these two. Maybe Dowsett's doing a great TT. Has he got enough of a time gap in front of Dumoulin? I don't think he does. I think Tom Dumoulin's going to probably take yellow ahead of Dowsett. Here comes Nico Denz. He won't be able to hold on to his yellow jersey today. He's already 4 minutes down. He's going to be losing 4 minutes 46 at the end. Well done, Primoz Roglic. First stage win of this Tour de France. 1 hour, 9 minutes, 31 seconds, beating Dumoulin by 31 seconds. No big surprises in the GC. We see some of the stage. Sorry, we see some of the GC contenders, some of those TT riders, all mixed in together. And I was right. Dumoulin back in yellow. Dowsett a minute 52 seconds down. Thomas, Roglic, Froome, Denz still in the top 10, but falling down to 6th, 2 minutes down. Kwiatkowski, Dennis, Nibali dropping, and Tony Martin back inside the top 10. Fabio Feline still in the mountain classification, no change there. Viviani still in the points, and Denz still in the youth. Miguel Angel Lopez losing time to Denz, and Anderson, Kung, Moscon, and Schachmann moving up. Manzana Postobon 3 seconds ahead of Rally in the team classification. What a shitter of a stage. But anyway, that's stage 6, one more stage, and that's the end of it for tonight, lads. Slowest rider, Kenny Ellison, 16:28. But let's have a look at the GC. Tom Dumoulin takes over. Who won the stage, of course? Primoz Roglic. Tom Dumoulin back in yellow. Viviani still in the points classification. Fabio Feline in the mountain classification. Denz in the youth, and Manzana still in the team classification. Well, one stage to go. I guess I said it was flat, but it's not really flat. It's got a punchy finish there at the end. Sagan, Valverde, Viviani, Matthews are the favourites once again. So let's pick someone who actually has a chance this time. Let's pick Viviani. He's been active in that classification.
Hello and welcome. The profile of this race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton. We should have sun along the whole length of the route.
Lovely. Anyway, there's Dumoulin back in yellow, Feline in mountain, Viviani in green, and Denz in the white jersey, this time owning it and riding it wholeheartedly. Sergio Henao, the Colombian road race champion, finds himself towards the front. What are we going to see in the breakaway today? Will we see some GC contenders perhaps trying to find some more time, or will we just see stage hunters?
An attack is launched.
Ben King and Bodnar, surprise, surprise, finds himself in the breakaway again. At the front, Castrovejo, Squeens, Dillier, Shah, Dehent, Ben King, and Bodnar trying to make their way across, but Ben King has not been allowed. Or was it Bodnar? Bodnar was not allowed to go into the breakaway. Dowsett now finds himself on the front. Ulysses, is he trying to escape away? Perhaps. More riders still trying to get away into the breakaway. So these 5 riders are allowed up the road from Team Wiggins, Dillier and Dehent. They've got Squeens, Castrovejo and Shah. Pretty strong breakaway. Hopefully they can get enough time to contest the sprint. Small undulating hills with a general upwards slope terrain. We then have an intermediate sprint, a category 4 climb, and then it looks like possibly another category 4 climb to finish on. Dehent is not helping out in the pacemaking. I wonder why that is. Is he saving himself, or is he in a bad state? But Dillier is working, so they can't be too mad at him. On the front of the peloton, they're just getting themselves organised. We see Tolhook once again for JLT Condor, Predler for EF Education First, Pets Veg, whatever they call themselves, Diego Ulissi for Team AG2 Alamondio, and Tadej Pogacar for Willa Trestia. The way you're talking, Bass, it sounds like the way I'm talking to my team. I mean, my team's in the break at least, but they're not doing too much more than that. JLT Condor sending Ben Hermans to the front momentarily. Cameron Meyer for Trek, showing him his face at the front. 3 minutes 28 is the gap. Still, Thomas Dehent is not rolling turns. Perhaps we are expecting an attack for him. Maybe he wants to get the KWM jersey. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Does anyone here have any points in any classification? Dehent doesn't. Squeens doesn't. Dillier doesn't. Shah doesn't. And who's left? Castrovejo has 8. Oh, the points are up the top, aren't they? Shah's got 47 intermediate sprint points. He's 11. Castrovejo's got 8. Dillier's got 20. Squeens has got 14. Okay. Interesting. Court Nielsen on the front, JLT Condor. I mean, as always, Gaveria's team's working for him, but Gaviria cannot perform. Maybe he's taking a little blue pill, having a bit of performance issues there. 70 Ks to go for our riders, 12 Ks for the intermediate sprint. Will we see the breakaway contested? I think not, but it could be the reason why Dehent is sitting on the back. 5 Ks to go. We'll slow down the simulation a bit. We're about to hit a little bit of an incline now, nothing too great. Was it 2%? 3% even? Not the worst, but not the greatest. Tom Squeens might be leading them through there. Riders dropping off the back. Who's dropping off the back? Kirienka, Vanderpoel, King, Martin, and Martin. I missed the sprint, didn't I? Bastard. Anyway, in the peloton. No, we're not missing the sprint. Still 400 meters to go. Tom Squeens leads through. Well done to him. In the peloton, here they come. Cavendish launches first on the left-hand side. We see Peter Sagan going for it. Christoph Bennett. Ewan Demar push from nowhere. Viviani in that second group there. All the sprinters sitting up nicely now, waiting for the peloton to catch them up. Cobrelli didn't look like he did much. Wait, Gaviria didn't win a stage, did he? Gaviria hasn't won a stage. Mohoric won, Viviani, Ackerman, and Roglic. Ah, he won the break. Yeah. That's right. Well, hey, I mean, your team's working on the front, so I mean, unless your team wants to like keep helping out other teams, then yeah. And more splits happening in the peloton. The wind's not too much of a factor today. I guess riders are just getting tired. We say goodbye to Bjorg Lemrich. Not goodbye, because in this game he's still alive. Goodbye, of course, in real life that's pretty sad. But he's sitting up, perhaps, to stay out of mischief. Doesn't want it to happen in here as it did in Tour of Poland. Is it Poland for him? I can't remember what he did. Anyway, the breakaway has been split up. Shah, De Gent has launched an attack. Castrovejo, Squiens, and Shah able to follow. Dillier, who has done all the work on the front for De Gent, is unable to. De Gent is now rolling turns with the rest of his breakaway companions. What a great plan by Team Wiggins. More splits happening at the back. The mountain jersey just keeps dropping ever so slightly. I didn't grab the other labels, that's why. It's looking pretty silent in there. 24 kilometers to go, a minute 14 is the gap. Slight descent, then a category 4 climb. Woods is pacing full gas on the front with Michael Morkov. Castrovejo now launches an attack. Squiens is first on his wheel. De Gent can also respond. Michael Shah cannot. Yves Lampaert, the Belgian national champion, on the front. Gasparotto in second. The breakaway still holds just less than a minute. More riders are falling off the back of the peloton. The pace is just too good for them. Warren Buggy is one of them.
Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
.6 kilometers to the top of the climb. Steve Cummings and Yves Lampaert at the front of the peloton. They are dead. They're giving more time to the breakaway. The 4 riders are still together. What's going to happen here? 2.2 Ks to the category 4 climb. They're about to hit a steep percentage. What is it? 11% here at the bottom. Valverde's name is written on the road. He's wants to be one of the favourites, as is Roglic. Yves Lampaert has recovered out of nowhere. Chris Froome finds himself towards the front of the pack, as does Tom Dumoulin and Geraint Thomas. De Gent lead them up the climb. He's attacking once again. Squiens straight in his wheel. Squiens coming up on the right hand side. Squiens wants this mountain point. That's on offer. He takes it. Tom Squiens now 6th, but you know, 2nd equal in that classification. In the main peloton, there was a split, but not for long. But the breakaway now has 2 minutes against another day for the breakaway, it seems. Come on, Tom Squiens, you can do it. The peloton's really just chilling. Gaviria's like, man, what happened to my stage win? 6 kilometers to go. The winner should come from this bunch here. There's been no crashes so far. It is a little bit of a punchy finish, so it could be a day for any of them, actually. I'm putting my money on Squiens because he's my rider and I want a win. I deserve a win here.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
More splits in the peloton. The green jersey has been dropped. Ilya Viviani is out of contention for this finish. Heading back up the road. Shah is holding on, but not very well. A minute 57, 1.6 kilometers to go. Squiens leads them into the final kilometer. Thomas De Gent comes around them. Castrovejo. Squiens is rocking his shoulder. He's not looking in the best form. De Gent looks to be the freshest. He hasn't done much work today. 600 meters to go. De Gent on the right hand side. Squiens on the... Man, don't crash. PCM. No. No. God damn it. Eh. Come on, we can wait. We can wait. Sports news for a break. Win and killed the game. Okay, we'll just wait nice and patiently. We'll wait like a few minutes, and if it's gone, then I have to crash the fucking game. Excellent. Come on. Well, would you look at that? And it looks like, rest in peace, we're going to do 6 stages today, and I'm going to fucking... Cool. Cool. Yeah, PCM crash. I'm not doing that again. It's late. Well, not late. It's long in the day for me. I don't really feel like streaming another race for it to just go and crash on me. Thanks for tuning in, peeps. See you tomorrow for hopefully not a crash. What I will do is I will post the current GC standings in the channel. Fucking rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yeah, all good. All good. Piss me off. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in, peeps.